Hello and welcome back to the channel on our continuing voyage to become better blues players. My name's Mark, and in this lesson we're going to look at the main riff to ZZ Top's Jesus Just Left Chicago. So it's best thought of this as a kind of a 12-bar blues in G, although we're actually playing more than 12 of those pesky little bars. But we start with the G chord, and that goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that's basically the first bar, and we do that 6 times to fill the first 6 bars. Okay, so what's happening there? I'm holding down a G chord, just like a regular G chord, but I'm holding it down where I'm using my ring finger on the bottom E string, and then I'm muting the A string so that doesn't ring out. Okay, and then the D, G and B strings are all ringing out. But then this top E string, that's muted as well. So you get this. Okay, and then I'm putting my index finger and middle finger down to form this chord. You have a look at the tab for the exact notes. Okay, so this is our first chord. And this is our second chord. And you think of that second chord as like a suspended chord. Okay, so the actual timing is, if we think of this as a shuffle, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. Okay, then the beat is the 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And so it's on the 1 and the and after the 2. So you think a 1, a 2, and 3, and 4. And we're hitting, that's when we're hitting those notes. And we basically do that for 6 bars, which will kind of sound something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so then we move up to the 4 chord. So then we move up to the 4 chord, which would be a C, and that would sound like this. Okay, and basically we're doing that for 2 bars. So what's happening there? I'm playing the D, G and B string, and I'm doing that with my index finger, barring across, and then I'm playing the suspended chord, if you like, with my middle finger and ring finger. Now, on the original recording, I think he actually plays that with the little finger down on the bottom E string as well, so you get this, which sounds a much bigger chord. He definitely doesn't do that when he plays live, certainly not in the live videos I've seen. He'll go up and just do it there, so you get this. Okay, but as I say, on the original, it sounds like it's got that lower note in there as well. Okay, then we go back to 3 bars of the G. I know the 3, it's kind of a bit weird, but that just kind of fits in with his vocal. And then we get a bar that does an A to a C, like this. Okay, so I'll do that nice and slow. Okay, and what we're doing is at the end, we're putting in a 1st fret A string to 3rd fret E string and kind of giving that one a little bend before immediately going back to that G chord. So all told, so far we got this. Okay, we let that ring and then we do that 1st fret A string again, but this time hit an open G string. Okay. And then we do the big G chord again. Okay, so that part goes like this. Okay, and then we get the tricky bit, which is the rundown, which goes like this. Okay, so I'm using, what am I using? Middle finger and ring finger, doing the nice and slow now. Okay, and we end again by doing the 1st fret A string to the open G. which gets us back into our rhythm. Okay, so that whole last couple of bars from the A chord would go like this. Okay, so that's the main guitar part. What there is, and you'd have seen me do this at the start, is there's an overdub where I'm hitting, where am I hitting? The G and B string at the 3rd fret before coming off to 5 on the D string. So that will go like this. And he basically does that twice. That's the first 2 bars. That's what he plays on the record. When he puts all this together, when he plays live, what on the videos I've looked at, what he does is he does that for the first 2 bars, but then hits this, which is the middle 3 strings barring down at the 5th fret. Okay, as the kind of suspended chord. So you get this. And that's the first 2 bars. And then he goes back into the... And he actually turns his volume down when he goes back to that big G chord, because that's when the vocals come in. Okay, so that's kind of like how he does it. If I was doing it live, that's the way I would do it. So let's do that part again. So you get, this is the first 2 bars. And then in with the big chord when the vocals start. Okay, so there we go. Jesus Just Left Chicago, the main riff by ZZ Top. Hope you enjoyed this. If you'd like a copy of the tab, send me an email. My details are in the description below. Ask for the tab for the riff to Jesus Just Left Chicago. And next time I'm online, I'll reply with you. The tab is paid for by the Patreon supporters because I can't write tab myself. I have to pay to have it done. So they pay for that. So big thanks to those Patreon supporters. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment, leave a like, make sure you subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Take care, and I'll see you again with another lesson very soon.